Good afternoon and welcome back to the Empowered Life channel. My name is Yvonne Ellis and I'm owner of YEME Empowerment. And this channel is to bring you everything that is encouraging, inspiring and empowering. And basically I set up this channel as I've started my journey to being to setting up my own company, and I want to share my journey with you. So I'm here to bring you all the things that are empowering, because this is what my company is about, empowerment, and also to share with you my journey as I step out from being somebody who was in traditional employment to being self-employed and being my own boss. Now, I shared with you on the last video about my 8-week update. As I've said in my videos, I recently left paid employment in the traditional sense at the end of March, and I've stepped out into being my own boss and being self-employed. And you know, a lot of people found that quite odd in a sense. I don't know why. I think maybe because of how society is. You know, when you get to a certain age, you know, you're kind of in a job, or it's a job for life. You just follow what, you know, the world system of just getting paid, being, you know, some people are not happy in their jobs, you know, they're just in their job, but don't know how to make that transition. And, you know, that's what I want to be able to do, share with you some of the things, key things and insights that I have learned since stepping out from being self-employed, and also the lead up to that journey. Because as I said, with stepping out, a lot of people, I'm 41 years old, I don't mind sharing that with you, in my age bracket, a lot of people don't necessarily take that step at this stage in their life. I don't know why. I only know probably 1 or 2 other ladies who have done that, who are actually self-employed, and that is because, you know, we were kind of on the same path. A couple of the other ladies I've known, they've done it a couple of years before me, so they really kind of helped me to find the courage actually to take this step as well. So I don't know many people at this stage of their life in their 40s that have stepped out. But I hope in sharing this with you, if you are somebody who is probably not in their 20s or something, you know, that it is possible to step out and follow your dreams, and that you don't have to kind of conform to what society says is the norm. It's easy to just live for and work for a paycheck, but not actually experience and live life. And that is one thing that I am learning and loving on this journey. So I wanted to share with you about knowledge is power. Now, over the last maybe 2 or so years, I mean, I'm somebody anyway who loves to read books, who loves to learn new things. I mean, I buy loads of books on different things. Traditionally, I like to read books on things that are going to help me get to the next step. I'm not really into romance novels or not necessarily even autobiographies. I mean, I've read a few, but predominantly most of my books are to do with things to build myself up and to learn more stuff. And having knowledge is one of the key ways and key things that is going to help you if you are somebody who wants to step out and set up your own business or follow your dream. Knowledge is one of the key things that will help you to get there. Now, over the last 2 years, I've spent a lot of time doing courses, reading lots of books, and I'm better for it, you know. I'd rather spend my time reading books and learning new things than spend my time doing things that are not productive. But I've learned a lot through doing different courses. So some of the courses I've done since last year, and you know, I've had lots of experience in doing these things, but I just wanted to I had lots of practice, but I just wanted to show that I understood the processes of the things that I've been doing for years. So for instance, I have been doing event management since 2013. I've done huge events, public charity events, predominantly also as well through my organisation that I have called Daughter Arise, which is a peer empowerment organisation for survivors of sexual abuse. I've done huge public awareness events, fundraised, did all these different types of stuff. And then recently in my last job, I was event, coordinator, planner for their huge events that celebrated the kind of achievements of foster carers, we're still doing their events for them. And it's a huge honour and it's a huge achievement to be able to do these events. And I usually plan and organise them, you know, majority of the time single-handedly, but other people also are involved in that. So last year I did my level 3 diploma in event management, and literally it was just consolidating all my experience. And that was a fantastic thing to do because I already knew what I was doing there, and it was good to be able to do that. And I paid an amount of money to do an online diploma. It took me 6 months to do, and I passed with distinction. So that was that. I did a women's leadership diploma through the Institute of Leadership and Management, and I did that course through Phoebe Women's Academy, and they're an academy that develops women leaders or prepares them to become leaders. And that was an absolutely fantastic course that I did. I did that over the space of 6 months, and it was just amazing. I learned so much about leadership. Again, I've been in position of leadership now for 7 years nearly, with my organisation Daughter Arise. And you know, that having the skills, I've always been able to kind of lead people, but understanding what that entails, how to get the best out of people, what it actually means to be a leader, about the character and integrity that you need to have to be a leader, and the responsibility. I learned so much through doing that diploma with the Institute of Leadership and Management through Phoebe Academy. So I did that last year as well. I did a couple of short courses, child safeguarding. At the moment I'm doing my award 3 in education and training, and training, and that is like the first kind of step to becoming a teacher, or you can become a trainer facilitator. And again, as somebody who creates workshops and training resources, this has helped me to kind of know and understand a bit more clearer about the processes of training and doing facilitation. Education is really important, and however you get that education and that knowledge is up to you, but it is important to put new information into your mind, because that is what is going to develop you. I've read some fantastic books on leadership. John Maxwell, for me, is one of the leading people on leadership. I've got a few of his books. I've got his workbooks. Also as well, Les Brown has been a fantastic source for me on understanding leadership and understanding the drive and hunger that is needed to get there. There's a couple of other YouTubers that I watch, like Evan Carmichael. He posts, he is somebody who is living that, you know, that thing of developing yourself, developing your ideas. He shares lots of videos on people, successful people like Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, different people who have key lessons about key things they've learned about how they've got to where they've got to in life. So there are so many different ways that you can go and acquire new knowledge. Lots of online courses now. You can pay as little as £15 or £20, because there's people out there who are developing online courses. You can purchase a course in whatever you want to do, and you can do it over a time span. The great thing about a lot of online courses is that you can do them a lot of the time at your own pace, and I think that is a real key thing for people who are maybe working, got children, who have different things going on in their life, that it allows that time for you to be able to study as and when you can. Now, some courses, they may set a time frame that the course has to be completed in 12 months, others don't. But the good thing is that you're able to study anyway in a way that is convenient to you. You could also go to college. You could go in an evening course or a day course or a short course, and that can be done through your local college or learning institute. But that's one of the things, the benefits of online doing online courses, because back maybe 10, 15 years ago, the only way that people could really go and learn new skills or learn new knowledge, have the knowledge to do new things, was by going to college. And for a lot of people, that was one, either quite expensive, or two, didn't have the time to do it. But if that's the route you want to go down, you could visit your local college and see what courses they have on offer. If it's not something that you're interested in doing, maybe ask the person, you know, if the course that you are interested in will come up at the college. If not, you can look online. Also, as I said, books are a fantastic way of learning new things. Now, the self-help market is huge. You can, you know, get books on how to do different things. And, you know, I'm quite a big fan of the dummy series, the dummy books. You know, you have like life coaching for dummies, or, you know, podcasting for dummies. I have those books. If you're interested in areas like that, there are books out there that can break it down really simply for you. And, you know, I've just learned through reading lots of books that anything is actually possible. It may take longer to do some things than others, because even though you may be interested or have a passion in doing something, doesn't mean necessarily that it will just happen overnight. From my experience of stepping out and getting to where I am now, of being self-employed, it has been a process, and you know, gaining new knowledge and new insight into different things, plus experience, has helped me to get to where I am today. And it was a year process for me, from saying, actually, yes, I'm going to step out of employment, to where I am now. Yeah, just over a year, 15 months, to say March this year, where I actually left. You know, and having the knowledge and acquiring new knowledge helps to build your confidence to be able to do new things. So, you know, those are some of the ways that, you know, you can build new knowledge. But new knowledge gives you confidence, it gives you, you know, information you need to get to where you want to go to. And it's a fantastic way to keep learning, because sometimes there is this perception that as you get older, you know, you stop learning. Like, a lot of people, I don't read books, or they don't, you know, have audio books or anything like that. They've just stopped that process. But it's important to keep filling your mind with new information, stretching your mind, because, you know, otherwise you'll become stuck in a rut. That's basically what it's going to mean. It's going to mean that you become stuck in a rut and you become used to certain things. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is key. Knowledge is what is going to get you from where you are now. If you're somebody like me, who wanted to step out of traditional employment into self-employment to become your own boss, knowledge is what is going to help you to get there. You need to know how to. You know, there's different things, other things that you can do. You can attend seminars. You can listen to people on YouTube, you know, who have had these experiences where they've stepped out, or they've got knowledge on a certain topic, and they're sharing it with you. You know, it doesn't necessarily have to mean reading books or doing online courses, but it is good to go through the processes of doing these things, because it will ultimately benefit you. So I just wanted to share that with you, the importance of gaining knowledge. You know, if you're going to go down a new journey, a new route, it's definitely what is needed. There's no way around that. Especially something like setting up or running your own business. Do you have experience? You know, it's one thing to have experience, to have a dream or passion, but you have to build up the knowledge and gain some experience in those areas that's going to help you to move on. So I would definitely say to you to, you know, invest time. I know everybody is busy with work, with life. Life in itself can, you know, overtake everything. And sometimes, as I said, you know, life lives us rather than us living life. So we have to kind of take back control. You know, you have to take back control of your life. If it is really something you want to do, if you really want knowledge, if you really want to step out and do something new, you will sacrifice something to get it. It really is that simple. So even if it means half an hour each night turning off YouTube, or turning off your favourite program, or cutting back on something, so you can at least spend maybe half an hour, even 20 minutes a day, investing that time in gaining that knowledge, that's something that, you know, you will have to do. Because, you know, in this journey of getting to live your dreams, to achieve your goals, you have to sacrifice something. For some people it might be money, some people it might be time, but there is always some type of sacrifice that you have to make to be able to get to the next level. So do try and spend that time trying to invest in gaining new knowledge, and try something new. That's what my advice would be to you. And you can never have enough knowledge. I set myself, it's been a bit off lately because I'm studying and I'm reading 2 or 3 different books to do with studying at the moment. But I set myself a goal of at least 1 book a month to read. And obviously these books do count towards that, but I do like to read other books that are more kind of down the field of the things that I am doing, So I try and set time each day. Like you could set just 20 minutes a day, half an hour a day to read a book, or you can get audio books, you can get books on Kindle, whatever it is. Something that you can listen to or whatever. But I try and set 20 minutes a day when I can do that. And I set the target of 1 book every month because I need to be, I need to be reading. I need to be continuously learning. I know somebody who reads 1 book a week, and that was my lecturer at my leadership course. A very wise man, very knowledgeable in everything. I mean, he read the whole Bible in a year. He in less than a year actually. He's read several different books. He spends all his spare money on books, and he set this goal that he would read 1 book a week. I can't read 1 book a week just because of my lifestyle, I suppose. But I read 1 book a month, and that is what's helped me to get to, and it's helped with everything. How I write my blogs, how I process my thinking. Reading is something that is so amazing. But as I said, in whatever area it is that you want to get into, you could do courses, reading, whatever it is. Listen to other people online in the area of your choice. Whatever it is, do invest the time in doing it. Knowledge is power. It's not just a saying. Knowledge is something that will open doors. I once heard Miles Monroe say, make yourself knowledgeable in an area and people will pay you for it. Become, in whatever area it is that you want to get into, what passion, what dream, what goal, whatever area it is you want to step out into, learn everything you can about it, read about it, study about it, look at what other people are doing, seeing what you could do different. People will pay you for your knowledge. They will come and seek you out because, and it's good to be like that. It's good to make yourself knowledgeable in that area because, people will ultimately pay for your services, and that will lead to good business for yourself. Continue to feed your mind with things that are going to inspire, challenge and grow you. And please check out my website. It's www.YEMEempowerment.com. If you want to acquire any of my services, take a look at the website. You can contact me on info@YEMEempowerment.com. And I will see you on the next video. Take care and have a lovely afternoon.